Welcome back to the Dream Lab podcast. It's your captain, it's your boy, it's your favorite person in the whole wide world, and I'm so glad to be that person. It's your captain, Dre Perry. I'm here. It's the Dream Lab podcast, and I'm here with the co-pilot. We got Coach Kev in the building.
Yeah. And Chrissy, I'm taking up the entire couch.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Miss you, bud. Then you're gonna put the crickets behind.
Anyway, welcome back to the Dream Lab podcast. We're so glad that you decided to tune in with us again for another week. It's the season 7. We're really appreciative of that. Shout out to Chrissy B. She's not here today, but she'll be back.
She's working.
This is her grinding season, so she's making some shit happen. So,
absolutely.
You know, like some of y'all should be doing. No, I'm just playing. I'm not trying to be funny, but then again, I mean, if it applies, let it fly. If it don't apply, let it fly. But yeah, it's a great day in the neighborhood. And thank you to our million subscribers. Thank you for everybody who subscribed, who like, comment, share, all that good stuff. We're ready for another great episode of the pod. You all right?
Yeah. With no liquor in my system.
Come on.
Y'all.
How does that feel?
Amazing. Y'all, we just went to brunch. And when I tell y'all I had the most amazing time laughing, I have not genuinely laughed.
It was really...
What? I haven't laughed like that since the last time I seen Lindsay.
We had a good time. We was laughing like a mug. Bro, so we sitting at the table. So first of all, we hungry.
Then a mug.
They waited forever to sit us down and then kept saying, oh, that person had a reservation. Oh, that person had a reservation. I said...
Somebody's lying.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I felt like they was lying a little bit. But anyway, we finally got sat down. And... So, you know, when you hungry, you sitting at the table and like you be waiting on the food to come, and then like the waitress will look like she was like, I feel like she made eye contact with you, and I feel like she was walking in our direction with food, and I'm
not gonna lie.
You make eye contact and you got food walking in our direction. I assume that it's for us. She said, skirt, and went right the fuck around us.
And we hollered because I moved my phone and everything ready for her to sit.
This nigga Kevin was like, oh. And she walked right past. That was the biggest blue ball.
Y'all, and we hollered at that table. Cause I just
Y'all hollered. I was low-key pissed a little bit because I thought the food was coming.
I just knew I was about to eat, but I was looking at the plate like, I've never seen the grits look like that. I thought it come in a bowl.
Not you analyzing and be like, they got my food wrong, and it's not your food.
Because it had gravy on it too. That's how I'm thinking like, what's this?
You're like, I asked for cranberry juice. That looked like orange juice.
That was a whole nother thing because my cranberry juice had a little more in it than y'all. That's why I'm like, is it liquor in this?
Meanwhile, wasn't yours. It was for the table 2 down. That's funny.
Wow.
Anyway, so how are you?
I am good. I am like very, very, very happy. I have no complaints. I think today's like day 50.
Today is MLK Day for those of you who
Martin Luther King
who know. You should know. So let's talk about that real quick before you get into a deep end with what's going on with you. I just want to say this real quick.
That was it.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, I'm just doing good. I don't have anything to. But keep going though.
Okay,
you're gonna tie into what I'm talking about.
Oh, I was gonna talk about the trash.
Please talk about the trash.
So our trash day is Monday.
Yes.
Martin Luther King Day falls on Monday every year. Mm-hmm. So in my mind, it's a holiday. Trash doesn't get picked up.
In this
the city that I live in, they was like, we only taking off for Christmas, and I think it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, and New Year's.
You looked it up.
I looked it up because I thought that on holidays trash don't pick up your trash. So I saw these people putting trash out. So I'm like, they either forgot or they like, F you, MLK. I don't know what they thinking, but I know that on holidays you don't take the trash out. Obviously, I was wrong, and it's so frustrating when you have a trash can full of trash, and then you miss the trash.
Yep, and I got boxes too. I didn't even see the boxes.
Those boxes have been sitting in there for a minute because you got to get them broken down. I just haven't had the time to do it.
Oh, they won't just take them?
No, they don't have like the recycling doesn't pick up cardboard.
Oh.
It picks up plastic and some other things, but cardboard is not on the list.
So you would just have to break it down and
throw it away.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, City of Warren. Appreciate you.
It's not Warren, but anyway, thank you for saying another city. It's okay. They don't need to know where I live.
Oh, shit.
Besides that,
it's
I'm doing
Warren,
good.
For real?
No, this isn't Warren. Which city you thought this was? I mean, obviously you just told me, so never mind. That was a dumb question.
Okay. Yeah, tell me offline what it is. I thought this was Warren.
We're near Warren, but this isn't Warren.
Okay. Tell
Anyway,
me
it
later.
doesn't matter. So yeah, it's episode 2 of the new season of the new podcast. That's crazy. Here's some updates with me. Like I told y'all, like I promised, new music is coming. I'm not just saying that like I've been saying it before. It's actually coming out.
Yes, sir.
So I will keep y'all updated on the date. Y'all will know before everybody else does. I'm making sure that my Dream Lab family knows what's going on, but everybody else, they'll just get hit in the face with the single when they get hit in the face with it. So that's coming out. Things are going well with that. Been shooting content and all that stuff. It's been a good time. We gotta encourage y'all. Like, if you really want to chase your dreams, chase them, nigga. Like, don't let nobody tell you can't do it. Don't overthink about the ways that it won't work. Just meditate and think about the things and how it will work. And I really think that with that mindset this time around, because I realized with me, I would keep a lot of time in between thought and execution because I'm overthinking. But this time I just went for it, and things just kind of just have been flowing into place. And I'm like, maybe when you do just follow that inkling, that feeling that you have, when you do just follow it, things do fall into place. But when you get to overthinking it, that's when you have all types of issues. So
Yeah. Well, in the kind of in the topic of what you are talking about, let's talk about the dream and versus the reality. Like, how has that been for you navigating having such a huge dream of just simply wanting to release great music that people feel versus, having to get through, like, maybe sometimes feeling burnt out, or maybe feeling like, is this actually going to work, or do I have what it takes? Because I can definitely say for me, when it comes to the dream versus the reality, it was hard. Like, of course, I had like little things I had to deal with last year, but knowing that I had like a really dope record that I need to release to the world, it's like, how the hell do you do this? Or how do you present this dream? Like, while still dealing with burnout, navigating through different things. So how has that been for you, even with leading up to the single?
I think that understanding time management is so important.
That's good.
Because that will help alleviate burnout. So I think a lot of times
good, Dre.
we just going, and we're not really like strategic.
Got you.
So even with me keeping the time short between thought and execution, I still had to be strategic on what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just go out there and just do whatever, because then you find, you just end up exerting more energy than you need to. You know what I'm saying? So you find yourself burnt out. Now, as it relates to the other side of doing it and not sure how it was going to be received. Was that the other part of the question?
No, not really, because it's just more so of just dealing with the reality of like everyday life and having a dream. But to what you were saying though, that was really good. Like, you really just kind of helped me with that. If we do a certain amount of time for certain things, you won't get burnt out. Is when we're like doing too much and not paying attention.
Yeah, and it's not like
good.
like with the song, right? Like, I know the song is coming out. My content should be recorded now.
Right.
Because what a lot of people do is they want to support their song with content and with things to promote it. But then the song is out. And then it's just like, now I'm trying to rush to kind of throw some stuff together. That's how you get burnout. You know what I'm saying? Where you're not thinking about the future and just being like, you know what? I know I'm putting a single out. Let me give myself some time. Let me start the content. Let me figure out what my schedule is going to be. Am I going to post every day? What platforms am I going to post on? Like, all that stuff I've been thinking about. So when it's go time, it's go time. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to go and try to figure something out. Like, we have to be
strategic.
We had strategic and proactive versus being reactive.
Got you.
Because when it's out there, it's like it's too late. Like, you don't know what else may happen, and let's say you catch a cold or some shit, anything, and now it has slowed you down even more.
Yeah.
So I think that for things that you really want in life, you should be very strategic on how you plan to approach it if you truly want it. Because if not, then you don't know what that process is going to look like. I may come into some issues down the line. You know what I'm saying? But if I could do what I need to do now, it may not be that bad.
And that's something that I think even myself and probably whoever is watching this, maybe we do need to like kind of plan a little better for what it is that we want to see in the future. Like if you want to start that business, like have you checked into business accounts? Have you checked into like what exactly you want to do? What products are you selling? How quick are they moving online? Are people already doing it? But that was really good.
So
I'm like processing what you said still.
but you
Because I've done that so many times with certain projects. It's like I've just moved quickly versus documenting the process so that you will have enough content or things to put out versus at the last minute trying to scramble and do like 50,000 things.
yeah, that the saying, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And so I take that on it, you know, like if you're not strategic on how you're gonna do stuff, if you don't have an idea, then you're probably gonna bump your head way more than somebody who kind of like just okay, let me sit down, let me write some stuff out. Like that's still a part of the moving process. You're still moving in that direction. You just need to have some guidance. You know what I'm saying? Like you write the vision, make it plain. And put it on tablets so those who read it can run.
Yeah.
If they can't read it and it's clear, they can't run because a nigga who running but they don't know where they going is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like you just running. What direction are you going in? You know what I'm saying? So that, and then also I believe that anything that you truly want in life, like you said, like are you looking into business accounts? Like do the things that you can do now.
Right.
You know, like what can you do? Like you may not be able to, you may not have the $1 million business right now, but you can have the account that the $1 million is going in.
Yep. And just understanding the language of money. Or
listen, that's showing that's like I'm ready to receive. Like like if you're ready to receive, then show me a sign that you're ready to receive.
It's your posture. I mean, it may sound churchy, but
it's absolutely your posture. It's your. Do you got the bank account open? Do you got the LLC? Do you have a plan? Have you been Googling and chat GPTing and YouTubing and getting all your information? Do you have some people around you? Like do the things that don't cost no money now.
Yeah, before it actually gets there.
And planning and thinking doesn't cost you shit. Like, so why in the world wouldn't you have a plan? Like, oh, I don't have the money for. That's fine. You don't need the money right now. You don't need money to create a plan in your mind and write it down.
Because I'm pretty sure there's an envelope and an ink pen somewhere in your house to just
or your phone. Put the notes down in your phone. There's too many things. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the more that you start doing the little things that you can do to move toward that, other things will start to open up. Like I'm telling you, like this is what I'm noticing. Like we did the photo shoot, I got the album work, like everything was just flowing so well, and I'm just like, dang, like this is what happens when you kind of like know in the direction you want to go into, but then you also don't spend so much time observing and judging and trying to overthink the process, because that is what stops us. That's what stops us from taking that first step. Is this gonna cost a lot of money? Who gonna listen? Who gonna show up? Who gonna buy? Who gonna do this? And it's that lack of confidence. So then that'll stop you from doing anything. So once I got to that point, not to cut you off, but once I got to that point of overcoming the lack of confidence, which is still a journey and a process, but now that I've become aware of it, I'm actively working on it. Like that's one less thing that's out the window. But now it's like, all right, now that you are aware and you are operating in this confidence, you gotta move like you confident.
Absolutely.
You got to move like you're confident, and you have to like
look in the part. Like if you know that this is something that you want, then don't wait until you get it to start operating in that space.
Because by then it's too late.
And now we trying to train you on something that you should have been kind of had.
That's very true, because you don't get in a relationship and don't know like how to be the type of person that you need to be in a relationship. Right. Because I guarantee you it's not gonna last long. No. Because you haven't done anything, you haven't worked on yourself and do the things that you need to do.
Communication styles, all of that. But let's even touch on, bro, what you were just saying of how you've actually been working on the self-confidence. So let's just talk about what if we are the dream killer? What if it's not so much
the outside?
Yeah, what if you're the dream killer? Because we can both be honest and say that when it comes to us either releasing projects or preparing to do something different, thoughts may have traveled in our mind like, oh, they're not gonna fuck with this for real, or they're not gonna stream this, they're not gonna listen to it. And it's like, well, if you're a dreamer, then take the limits off of what you think won't happen and just imagine that it will happen. But talk a little bit about that, like, because that has to be. I'm sure refreshing for you to be building a different level of confidence in the new season that you're walking in.
Mm-hmm.
But I guarantee you, it probably really shows you that your dreams can be your reality if you get out of your own way. Because I know I done killed a couple of my dreams.
It's a great point.
I done killed a couple of my dreams, or I slowed down the process of the dreams because I was just worried about the wrong shit. Like, I was my own dream killer. So have you ever felt like that? Like, now that I'm mentioning it, like, have you ever felt like that?
I think that I've definitely been in my own way a lot of times.
Got you.
I definitely would say that. And a lot of times we then try to blame it on other people, you know, and it's just like, you so worried about what they gonna think, and it shows that the lack of because once you have that confidence within yourself, which goes to show me that you don't ever have to go outside of you for anything.
Yeah.
So I don't have to ask anybody what you think about this and what you think about that. Like, it's people are going to have their thoughts about everything, and it just depends on the type of person that they are. They may like it, they may not, they may roll with it, whatever.
Yep.
But it just really depends on the person. So you getting any type of outside confirmation or validation is kind of like, it could be very not advantageous, but more so just it's a disadvantage to you.
Got you.
Because it's slowing you down. You're taking in what everybody, even after you put it out, you know, because that'll mess up the momentum. You worried about it. I think it was, I forget what pastor said this, but they were talking on a podcast, and he was like, the thing isn't successful once people get it. The thing is successful once I decide that I'm going to do it. Because it doesn't make it successful if how people respond. Like, if you have this idea to do something, your job is to just create, is to operate within that. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you did it, you're successful. And I think that if we would start empowering ourselves that way, if we would start like really like telling ourselves like, no, this is good. Like, you're doing a great job. Like, I'm proud of you for stepping out and deciding that you're gonna do this. And you know, you got the photo shoot and you got your outfit and you know, you got your CD cover and so, or if you're doing something else, whatever. It's the fact that you did it. So for me, it was little things that kind of help build the confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, a bucket will eventually get full, but if you put drops in it, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you kind of have to do it that way, because it's not gonna just be overnight.
Right.
Especially if you have, in a way, not a background like me, but somebody who had experience, like my experience kind of growing up. I think people have always spoke well of me and the things that I did. So I think it just made me very self-conscious about everything that I did, because I felt as if what I did, like, example, like school grades, right?
Got you.
Like, you get praised for good grades. You get praised for being good. You know, oh, I was always the example. Draylon, oh, he's so good, and da-da-da-da-da-da. He's so quiet and well-mannered and sophisticated. I used to always get such, like, people used to speak so well of me and so highly of me. But sometimes that can be, as a child, when you're told that because I did this, then I get treated like this, you feel like you have to do in order to get what is just you should be getting because you exist.
Nigga, you preaching to the choir.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I used to hate that.
Like, it's like you gotta perform in order to get the recognition and love and the acceptance, when in reality, the fact that you have a heartbeat is enough for you to be accepted and to be loved. And so, knowing, if I hadn't really operated in that, knowing that, hey, you're enough regardless of what the outcome is, then you don't be as, like, you know, timid when you're operating and you're walking out and you're stepping out and doing some stuff that you want to do that you've never done before, because my nigga, like, that confidence has been built up. But if it hasn't really been there, and for some people, when you hear people speak well of you, like, it does build up a confidence. But I think between that and church, like, in church, we, in a way, are taught that you shouldn't really speak well of yourself. You shouldn't think that highly of yourself.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Which is
crazy,
backwards. Like, don't think more highly of yourself than you ought, right? But you should think highly of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should think good of, you know. But when, you know, you told, like, oh, we're nothing but filthy rags. We're not enough, and we're unworthy. That type of stuff plays a part in your decision making.
Yeah.
So now I'm insecure, and I'm moving kind of like, even though I'm saying, oh, God can do anything, and but I'm not moving like it.
Yeah.
So,
But that's still such a great point because it's like, okay, how do I make this work? Because you'll say that, like, okay, how am I about to put this? Because I want to say it, but not it sounds so devilish. But I really don't
Just
give a
say it.
damn. It does make you kind of look like what you're saying, like don't think highly of yourself. But that now it makes me think like this is why a lot of y'all niggas are depressed.
absolutely.
Because the whole view of yourself has been, I'm nothing but a filthy rag and I'm dirty. And it's like, but you're also made in this image.
So how you made in the image of God and the likeness of God, but you ain't shit? That don't even make sense to me.
And Draylon, that is the best, simplest way to put it.
And so I had
that's
to
real.
change that, bro. Like I had to stop thinking like that. Like, no, nigga, you are the shit, and maybe somebody else may not think that,
Yeah.
and that's cool. I'm not here to try to change your mind, but what I am here to do is change mine and make
Yeah.
sure that I am thinking of myself, because you make decisions based on how you feel about yourself. So you don't like your life, you don't like your relationship, it's probably because you don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you liked you better, you make better decisions. You pick better partners. You pick a better job.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that because that don't align with me. You know what I'm saying? When you
Yep.
think highly of yourself, then everything else got to come up to that level.
Yep.
But it starts here, and we talk about that on a lot of podcasts, a lot on this podcast. So if you've watched, we talk
Yeah.
about this. It starts within.
And it has to, like, I don't understand. I don't be understanding how we even develop that type of mindset in church. Like, I can't stand that whole defeated
It keeps people
mentality. It's so like,
it keeps people bound. So I tell you about God, I'm going to not sell you, but in a way, like most people don't know anything about God until they go to church, right?
Yep.
So then it's all about how they view this place. It's all about what they're being told. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I'm gonna keep you, it's easier to keep people in the church system if they don't know the power that they possess.
facts.
It's much easier for me to keep somebody in a relationship that I'm beating on if I don't make you feel empowered. Once a person is empowered, they're gone.
Yeah, Tina Turner.
Once you get empowered, once you empower yourself and you start encouraging yourself, you be
Yeah.
like, I'm not dealing with this shit. Like, I'm not doing this. Like, you're not talking to me like that. You're not doing
Yeah.
that. No, absolutely not. Like, I'd rather figure this out on my own. I'd rather
put up with your shit.
sleep in my car than have to live in the house with you because you're abusive. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But it's crazy that we've accepted and embraced so much of that shit when it comes to like leaders and stuff. It's like, who made this nigga that powerful over you? Like, I'd be so confused.
but if you grow up not thinking that highly
Yeah.
of yourself, and then I've noticed this with church, there are a lot of people who think less of themselves that go to church because this is the only place that they feel good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they don't feel good outside of this system that they've been introduced to. So if this system, and I'm not saying all churches and all pastors, but if this system as a whole knows that I can get whatever I need out of you by keeping you down here, then I'm not going to tell you that, hey, like, it's okay to take a mental health day. It's okay that you don't have to come to church on Bible study. We're going to have Bible study. You don't want to come today? It's fine. You're a human. You get the day off. That's fine.
but
Like,
it's like everybody's like, some people
you
like,
see what I'm saying?
You ain't do right. You should have been. And it's like, well, bitch, what if I just wanted to kick my feet up and rub them together today?
So now people are not really pouring into themselves. And so when I grew up, I was told that, you treat God's house right and then he'll take care of your house. And
The whole time, your house dirty as hell.
and the whole time, your house, God's house, is your body.
And you
Whole time,
chicken grease.
Whole time you've been being told that God's house was some other physical place that you had to go to. But that goes back to our point, bro. You're not gonna get the answers and the validation outside of you.
Yourself, yeah.
It will always be within. So
I had
we
to
got to get to a
learn
point
that.
where we trust ourselves. And we trust the God within us that
Yeah.
that some people may be like, well, that don't sound right. Well, you can't do. Shut the fuck up. Like, that's what I be wanting to say, people, because no, I can, because it's here. I feel it. Like, and you may not feel it. You may not experience it like me, and that's cool. It's just we gotta come from that, and that's gonna take some bravery. That's gonna take
Yeah.
niggas really standing on their own and being like, you know what? I'm so used to this.
Yep.
And I'm so used to this telling me how to operate, but now I'm on my own 2 feet and I have to trust, because what were people doing before the church? What were they doing before the Bible? You know what I'm saying? Like, God has always been, will always be. So it's kind of like we got to operate in what the truth is and what will always be, what's solid, and because as we see the church keep getting exposed with all of this BS that's going on.
Yeah. And the thing is, with some of the stuff that's being exposed, it's things that we already knew. It's just finally coming and hitting the light. But at the end of the day,
which is dangerous to me too, bro, because I saw a post, I think it was what's her name? I love all her videos. Tammy Haddon.
Kurt Franklin's wife?
Tammy Haddon.
Oh, Gerald Haddon's wife.
Yes.
I love Tammy. I love Tammy.
She
so
made a
much.
post talking about, like, we'll excuse it because we love proximity and power and all of that stuff. And so it's like to your point of, we knew a lot was going on, but we was, turning a blind eye and sweeping it under the rug. But that's what got us in this situation. And so now you got Drewski making videos and everybody in an uproar, but nobody is saying anything when they know they pastor in some bullshit. You still go to the church every Sunday, you pay your tithe, you ain't saying shit, but Drewski made a video and now everybody in an uproar. This selective outrage is crazy to me. It's like, you only mad because everybody else tell you should be mad. I actually thought the video was funny as hell.
I did as well.
Because most of what was done in the video was done in real churches.
And he had to get it from somewhere. I can see it. I can see it. It was something that he made up. But for us to be able to put side by side images of what he did and what was actually done, and just be like, you can't get mad at him for that.
Exactly. So I think I'm just out of the whole, like, in that, I call it a robot phase, where you kind of just operating just on how you were programmed.
Yeah, no, it's been a hard program reset for me.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I know I've said that this year I wanted to find a church home, which I do still plan on finding somewhere too where I can have community. But I really do like God from this perspective. Like, I really do.
It's almost like it's not tainted. Like, you don't have to worry about going through a third party. Like,
yeah.
And it's like, some people aren't sure, and because they don't trust themselves, and not to cut you off, I really want you to finish. But because if you're not sure with yourself, if you don't have that good relationship with yourself, then you don't trust yourself. So now I have to go, and I have to go to church to hear what God is saying about my life.
Versus me picking up that same book and getting my own understanding. But I think that for me has been the life-changing thing about everything. Now, if I could be very honest, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Over the last year, 2025, I did not read a lot biblically. I did not pray a lot.
I thought this nigga was just going past stop signs. He was just like, oh.
No, I didn't read the word a lot.
Watch out for children. God damn it.
I didn't read the word a lot. And
there's another one.
Because that's crazy as hell. I'm running over kids and shit. No, but I didn't really read a lot. And I did a lot of meditating. I didn't do a lot of praying and talking, because for me, I just felt like I talked so much, Dre, that this was the first season where I finally got a chance to just
listen and take in.
Yeah, but just really sit with myself. So to further validate your point of what you're saying about developing a better relationship with yourself, I'm always refer back to, like, when my grandmother passed and how much peace I had, because I had already tapped into, well, y'all knew last season I was heavy into meditation. I haven't meditated as much lately, which I do want to get back into it, but there was so much peace and solitude that I found in just simply sitting with myself and processing my thoughts, that I got a lot of answers for what I needed in me just sitting and letting the divine within talk to me, versus feeling like I had to run into a church to get the answers. Yes, can I get a revelation from what somebody else is preaching? Yes, but when is
you
the
get a
last
revelation
time,
from anything, bro?
From anything. But when is the last time again, to further push Draylen's point, that you really just sat with yourself. You have the answers. If you want to lose weight, trust me, you'll sit there long enough and your mind will tell you
And come up with a plan.
you need to stop eating this or you need to start working out and let's put forth the effort. There was certain things that I was running from that were going to make me successful because I wanted to hear this is how you do it from somebody else.
Yeah.
When the entire time, all I had to do was sit down and hear myself tell myself, you need to become disciplined. You need to start putting money up. You need to stop drinking as much. You need to stop going to these places. You need to communicate better with friends when things are wrong.
What places are you going to?
Just like bars and stuff, you know, just hanging out.
You said
and
it
shit.
like you was going to brothels, nigga.
No. Just going to places that
29, 2 for 50.
right. Just places you didn't need to be at all the time. But that didn't take somebody prophesying that over the pulpit. That just took me to just sitting down and say, okay, Kev, let's evaluate life and let's just be quiet for a moment. Because the thing is, you'll realize that the monsters that you're scared of really live in your head.
That's it. And so you think it's demons, but it's really just the dark side of you that you haven't confronted.
Absolutely. And if you
And
don't
you keep
confront
running from it.
Baby, once I said last year, understanding that I was the problem fixed everything for me, where I was like, okay, I do have control over this. You know what? I don't have to do that. I can actually show some self-discipline and just go sit my black ass down somewhere and not indulge into that. But it took me, like you said, developing a relationship with myself and being honest about this is where I am. So now, to kind of bring the conversation back full circle, now I can dream with a clear conscience because I understand that, this can and this is my reality. But I also have the mind to actually get this thing done. I didn't have the mindset last year.
And we wonder why everything is so cycled or repetitive. Like, not just within ourselves, but I saw a post that was talking about like gospel music and everything is just sound the same and everything, we don't hear nothing fresh. With anything, if we're noticing that we keep getting the same thing, it's because people aren't doing just what you said. They just reinvent, not even reinventing the wheel, but just kind of like just picking up the same things,
They're just picking up the trends, but
Yeah.
you're not following
what's within, because
Yes.
God is like, I there's something new that, you know.
He's too creative of a God to have you doing the exact same thing somebody else is doing.
But it's gonna take some sitting down and because we always praying and running off at the mouth. But like you said, when was the last time you just was quiet?
It's so
Like it's
healthy.
weird to me that church has prayer, like not prayer, but the fact that how church does prayer. It's just one person go up there, they grab a mic, and then they pray. And they prayed heaven down. They tuning up and they screaming and hollering.
It doesn't mean anything.
And I'm just like, they just talk to God real aggressively. Like, if prayer is a conversation, what did God just say? Oh, no, we didn't wait for God to say anything because we just moved on to go to the next part of service. And I'm not saying all churches do this. I know that some,
but that's so
most
good though, bro.
most of them are like that. Like all the churches that I've experienced, like that's what prayer is. One person go up there and pray. Everybody else had their eyes closed and hands lifted. But it's kind of like, when somebody is saying something that aligns with you emotionally, like something's going on with you, of course you're going to feel that. And so we'd be like, oh, I felt God when you was praying. No, nigga, you feel your emotions that you haven't dealt with.
I connected with something that was within you.
Just say that.
Yeah, but you know what? I can be honest and say that in my silence and me giving myself to process and feel how I felt, y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was really questioning last year, like, is he real? Like, y'all can be fake if y'all want to. I was questioning, is God real? Like, is this Bible real? Are these stories real? Did these things actually happen? Does he really love me? Does he look at me differently because this is what I'm attracted to and I like? Like, is God real? But in me having to process that, I just had to understand that the God that y'all presented and taught me about, I don't really believe in him.
Yeah,
I know God is real, but the God that y'all present to me,
this character that y'all presented, because God is not a man, and your Bible tells you that, but most people don't read. The Bible tells you that God is not a man, that God is spirit. Jesus tells a woman at the well that God is spirit. And though they that worship the Father must worship him in spirit and in truth. So
Yeah.
then he says God is spirit. And then truth is life. Truth is like if I drop my phone, it's gonna fall at the rate of gravity. Nothing's gonna change about that. It just is what it is. You see what I'm saying? That's
Yep.
what I believe. That's what God truly is. God is the spirit of all. Is like what everything derives from. So I don't look at God as this person in the sky. And some people disagree with that, and I mean that's fine. But it's just like I don't know. I would want to question people like, do you have evidence of this person in the sky? And I'm not saying I don't believe in God, because I 1,050,000% believe in God, just not in the traditional sense. I believe God is spirit. I believe that we all derive from spirit, and spirit has so many different ways of expressing itself, and depending on people's experiences, they deem them as demonic spirits.
Right.
But I ain't gonna say I don't believe in demonic spirits, but what I'm saying is I don't believe in just because you don't understand something that is demonic.
Right.
Because
again,
if it came from God,
yeah.
then how could it be demonic?
Well, it's only demonic because it doesn't look like what it is that y'all have been taught traditionally, and because it actually, some of that stuff challenges y'all theology and what it is that y'all believe, and what it is that you have used as a scare tactic to other individuals to be an actual slave to whatever the religion is or that building. But I could be honest and say that in everything, I feel like my worship has gone to a different level because there is a different revelation that I have of God.
You can lift your
And-
hands higher and freely when you take the chains off.
Yeah, and that's honestly how I feel. Because again, like lately, even when I've ministered or sung, it definitely is from a different place because I have a different perspective of who he is, and it's not rooted off of what it is y'all present. Like even when I do pray, like everything is just different. Like my conversation,
Because who's
with
to
God is
say
different.
who's to say that everyone else's experiences, like even the people in the Bible, like we put their experiences up here.
Yeah.
And then we put our experiences down here. And I think that's what messes up a lot of people too, is that I don't live like this person. I don't do what that person did. Or in my situation, I didn't do it like Paul or David or whatever. And it's just like, those were experiences that were recorded. And then, but it's been almost 2,000 years since the Bible has been.
Baby, they
Canonized.
had camels and we have Chevys. And
So it's
Kias.
kind of like you can't put your personal experience on a back burner like that, because that's God. That's you experiencing God now in your personal situation now. But to put that off to the side because you need to act like or look like these people who operate in this religion or in this church, that is what causes people to then never tap into their true self. So then they can never really freely be themselves, tap into all the things that God has for them, these visions, these ideas, businesses, songs, whatever it is, because we're trying so hard, and you and I both know this personally, trying so hard to be somebody for somebody else.
Yeah. And that sucks because, again, it just snatches the true identity of who God has called you to be out of you.
Yeah.
You do him a disservice by not being your true, authentic self. He designed you. He gave you your own fingerprint. Everything about you. You may look like your dad. You may look like your mom, but you're your own individual person. Why would I not want to be him? Why would I not want to be who he made me to be? It's like, why the hell would the elephant want to be the lion? You're bigger. You have your own assignment.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it like that to be churchy, but you're assigned to do something. If we go based off of Adam and Eve and what Genesis, taught us or what we read, everybody had their own assignment. Eve had her own assignment. Adam had his own assignment. They were told to run this, name this, do that. Like, why would you not want to fulfill that assignment? And who told you that pastor is supposed to tell you what your assignment is?
I think that pastors are supposed to steward it, to help guide you, to help cultivate it.
But some of them
unfortunately,
are,
especially when you're gifted in church, you do have to. A lot of gifted people in church experience so many manipulative pastors that just want to gain from that gift. They want to be able, whatever they can get out of you to make what they got going on look bigger and magnified. They absolutely will, and that is unfortunate because now I'm not trying to cultivate you. I'm not trying to build you up. And so now, not only do I not have a relationship with myself and I'm not confident and I don't feel good about myself, but then you are taking the little thing that I do have and making it for this and basically saying what I'm doing over here is wrong. And I need to have all my focus over here and the church this and the church that and all of that. And so that will mess up your confidence completely.
Yep.
So now, like I was telling you at brunch, like when I'm looking at myself and how I'm doing this new promotion with this new music, it's nothing like I've done before. So if you're looking for Dre Perry in a group, you're not going to get it. Sorry.
Nope.
But what I'm realizing is that it's taking a lot out of me to accept this new me. I'm about to be 33 years old. And it's taken a lot for me to look at this new version of me in the mirror, even though this is the version that I feel like is truest to who I truly am. But I just it's weird, you know. And so I it's a process. And for anybody else because I know there's a lot of you that watch that are very much so like us, like you are stepping into the new you and you are letting old things go and you are, going up another level. I completely understand, and I just want you to know that it is a process.
Yeah.
So as much as you don't want to waste time, take your foot off the gas. I know you're excited, but you're going to get there. We're going to get there when we get there. Like that's the mindset. But while we're in this process, let's stay confident. Let's stay like really like focused and believing in ourselves, believing that God got you the whole way. Like, don't think like, oh, God is going to be mad at me that I'm doing this. Why think like that when you can say God is proud of me?
And who told you
And
he was mad? Who told you?
And who told you that God was mad at you for doing what you was doing?
No, you're worried about what the opinions of other people is going to be. They're not God.
Because even if you be like, well, the Bible says, it be niggas who be like, yeah, the Bible says, but then behind closed doors do the opposite. So don't tell me, oh, what the Bible says. You're afraid of what people are going to say. So that's why you conform. It has nothing to do because you know within your heart what God is telling you to do.
Trying to tell you.
Even if it ain't nothing like sin related, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like it's what's in your heart, but you feel like it's not the right thing to do because of what somebody else got to say. Because they're going to say, oh, we're this and we don't do this and we don't do. You don't.
Yeah. And you got to listen, give yourself grace to grow. Like everything that we both are learning, Chrissy be included, taking chances on ourselves, developing new music, her working on her makeup business and just grinding it out. If we didn't give ourselves grace to grow, we probably would have quit after the first bump in the road.
Yeah.
But every bump made it easier for us to maneuver through life, to maneuver through making the dream happen. But it doesn't come easy all the time. It doesn't. If you're looking for something easy, then just respectfully just get a regular 9 to 5. Like
that shit ain't
don't
easy.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's like if you're not willing to bet
if you're
on
not willing,
yourself
to
go for it,
to believe in your dreams. Yeah, absolutely. Then because some people, unfortunately, what they won't. They're gonna go through this life and they just won't. And so people who do follow their dreams, they need people to support their dreams. So it's a possibility that some people, but we're talking to the people who is something there. We're not talking to the people who like, it's okay, I'm gonna just get a regular 9 to 5 and work that until I get older.
I know good and damn well I'm not supposed
to work nigga, I know.
I know I'm not. And even when I try, because I don't mind going to work, every time I've tried to go work a regular job, God in my music always seems to find itself back to me. Worked at Forever 21, moved to work at Alta. A lady drove from Detroit all the way to Rochester Hills because she said God told her to just drive and go into the back of the store and find me and ask me, why are you still here? I haven't seen that lady since. And that was the week before I recorded Changed. That happened. We went through the whole pandemic, got changed out, did all of that stuff with the music, ended up going through everything I went through, leaving the other church and all of that stuff. Went and started working at the plant with Treasure. I get a random call from my vocal coach like, hey, type these numbers in and see how many students you need to actually be able to come off that job. Huh?
Wow.
So music is going to always be a part of me, but I know that I'm called to do something different. But now it's more so betting on myself and actually doing more.
Yeah.
And not just limiting my services or who I am to the church. That's what the problem was. I'm actually more fulfilled now doing vocal coaching than I was when I was a minister of music, because I actually have one-on-one time of impartation, either for 30 minutes or an hour, that I get to impact this life once a week. So me being able to do that, it opened up my eyes like, oh no, you were just thinking, I want to work in church. I want to work, side by side with a pastor, where God is like, no, there's
Isn't that interesting for all of the people who were just like telling you what you're going to be and what you're going to do, but they never once said that you was going to be a coach, a vocal coach? Like,
let me tell you though, one person did prophesy last year during Dana Barry's 21 Days of Prayer. And I looked at the video the other day, and he was like, he said, it's something with you in school and like teaching music. He only knows me, I think, from like singing with Dana, but he did not know me. And I was like, yeah, I'm a vocal coach. He said, well, stick with it, understand the business, because I see like you having something like a music, like a Disneyland for music, where people can actually come, learn, create content, and do different things. But again, that makes sense to me because I'm a creative, and now that my thinking is beyond the church, that will make
and you've
sense.
Tapped in.
Right.
So when people say stuff to you, it's, okay, that aligns with me. Like, I feel like
Yes.
no one can give me a prophetic word that doesn't align with something that I already am tapped into.
Well, that's the thing. That's literally how they're supposed to work.
But unfortunately, so many of us, and we about to wrap this episode up, y'all, but so many of us, because we don't know ourselves, will accept any word.
Because how you telling me I'm about to get a new car and I don't want one?
And not only accepting any word, bro, but because what you believe, in my opinion, what you believe will be, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if you're accepting a prophetic word from somebody else, your mind believes that it's real. So then it starts to support that fact. It starts to support this new belief. I don't know if we talked about it last episode, the reticular activating system. It's in your mind. Well, you get a new car and now you see that car everywhere.
Yes.
So it's called the reticular activating system. It's in your mind. Your mind is basically trying to.
It's like your mind got an algorithm now.
Absolutely.
Oh, damn.
But ain't no now is how it's always been. But we never cracked that code. So the thing that you focus on is the thing that your mind keeps finding things to support it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that car, you was gonna see that car. That car was gonna drive past you no matter what.
It's just more.
But now it's in the forefront of your mind. So now you keep seeing it. So the things that are in the forefront of your mind, if you're saying I'm not good enough, or I can't do this, or even if you are betting on yourself, but on the way in the process, you talking down about yourself, or you not believing in yourself, that is what's truly going to manifest. It's not. I don't give a shit about what you saying out your mouth.
Yeah.
It's about what you believe in your mind and in your heart. When you have brain and heart coherence, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he.
Yeah.
So it exists because that's what you truly believe. So I don't know. Like we gotta like really go back to that drawing board, bro.
Yeah, and we need to change. In conclusion, with what Dre was just saying, as we wrap it up, that we need to change how we think and what we say. Some of us need to do a real hard reprogram before the end of January.
Oh, by the time they see this, it'll probably be the end of January.
Well,
so.
yeah, but after you see this episode,
well, shit, by tomorrow, nigga.
By
damn.
tomorrow, yeah, you need to make a change, because the thing is, I now know that anything is possible. Like,
anything.
I don't believe that things will not happen. Everything that I want to happen concerning what I'm getting ready to do personally, musically this year, I know that it's going to happen, because I am so determined for it to happen, and it just has to happen.
And that's the difference between hope and no.
Yeah, I know it's going to happen.
I stopped saying, oh, I hope. I say, no, nigga, I know.
I know your single is going to be successful. I know people are going to gravitate to it and love it. I know it's going to be played at cookouts. I know you're going to have amazing acoustic shows where people are going to pay to come and hear you with a live band and some singers and do it. I know my album is going to do amazing. I know that we're both going to get playlisted. I just believe like these things have to happen. They just have to happen. Nothing.
It's like you can't have no doubt.
But nothing makes me doubt. The only thing I was so fearful of things not happening because of, I don't have the money. I am not fucking scared of money. I'm not.
At all.
Money is coming. But that can't be the excuse of why you don't make the dream happen.
If you have that within, if you truly believe that, if you rich within, you'll be rich without.
I'm trying to tell you, I have self-control when it comes to my money. I know how to budget my money. I know how to save money. And I actually was proving those things to myself at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. So I was like, damn, you really could have been doing this if you just would have started thinking properly and setting in your mind, this is something that I have to do.
Man.
But
now that we know, because I would beat myself up too, be like, all this time you wasn't really believing in yourself and and doing what you needed to do to better yourself because you wanted this, but you weren't doing the things to do it. Well, now that you know what to do, no need for a new word. No need for new information.
It's the same prophecy.
It's the same thing.
I'm going to the nations. I know. My music will be, it's heard in other places.
Okay, so now it's just time that we just do the things that we need to do. and believe in ourselves 150,000%.
Please, if y'all get nothing else out of this episode, I'm glad that we were able to talk about the dream versus the reality because a lot of times people just don't, a lot of people don't talk about their process.
Yeah.
They don't talk about the process. They don't talk about how hard it gets. They don't talk about...
And you don't see it in real time also.
Y'all have seen us go from Draylen's first condo to now being at his house in this basement that is decked out because he had a vision and actually made it happen. The problem is y'all. Y'all are not getting up. Y'all sitting there talking about, I'm waiting on God to give me an answer where you already have the answer. Stop putting that responsibility on him when you can actually get up and do it. You look stupid.
Scripture says God has given us everything we need for a godly life.
You look crazy.
Means don't ask for nothing else. Take the pieces that you got
and get up and do
it.
And
get to work because I guarantee you're going to start to see the results of it. You just got to believe in yourself and just start from where you are right now. Everything is going to fall into place. You just got to believe in that dream. Please don't give up and don't be your own dream killer.
I'm trying to tell you.
Don't be in your own way.
And like Draylen said in the beginning, write it down. If you don't have it all figured out, just write, I see myself with a big house. Mm-hmm. I see myself, producing a makeup line. Mm-hmm. And then let that be the foundation. And then slowly but surely start figuring it out. But you gotta have something that you're working towards.
Or you just gonna be like The Sims.
Existing. You're just gonna be existing.
Right
you're not even gonna be living. You're going to be freaking existing because you just didn't take a chance on yourself. I'm so excited about all what's about to happen for all of us.
I'm telling you.
Everybody's mindset is just aligned with, let's hustle. It can happen.
It will happen.
It is happening. It's happening now, actually.
And even to the point, and this is our third close, y'all. Went to the point of writing it down. Like Elise and I were talking, it might have been last night or the night before, and it was about writing the big goal down, the thing that you want to do. Because a lot of times we know what we want to do, we just don't know how to get there. Work backwards. Like you said, I want a big house. Okay, what do you need to get a big house? Maybe proof of income, a certain credit score, a certain amount of money in the bank. So you should probably work on those things. Okay, what do I need to do to get a perfect credit score? Maybe you need to start looking at your credit and stop running from it. Maybe you need to check the bank accounts and figure out what's going on. Look at the bank accounts now have AI where they can tell you, hey, this is what you're spending your money on. This is the pie chart, and 63% of it is food. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and subscriptions. I was so
do
pissed.
What you need to do. Like, do the due diligence.
And it's nothing wrong with downsizing to get to the next level. It won't be like that always. But in closing, you need to redefine what success looks like for you. Everybody's success story doesn't end with, I want to sing in the big arenas. Yes, that is a goal of mine. But to me, what I define as success is knowing that my music is helping people. I'm already successful.
Yeah.
Everything else is just a bonus. But I know
That's
when I
good.
open
That's
up my
good.
mouth and people come up to me, I love Be All Right. I love God Can. I love listening to Clean My House. I love this. I am successful.
Yeah.
It's not defined by my bookings and me like getting a certain amount of money. I am successful because I know that my voice impacts somebody. You got to figure out what success looks like for you. At this all of that stuff, I'm not even mad at you if that's what you want. But
Because there's nothing wrong for you wanting
there's
it.
nothing wrong for you wanting it. But no, it's not even a but. It's nothing wrong with you wanting it, period. Just make sure that you have a clear definition of what success looks like to you.
Absolutely. That's good. That's good.
And that's it. Thank y'all so much.
Well, with that being said, thank you for tuning into the Dream Lab Podcast. It's your Captain Dre Perry here for another episode. We got Coach Kev. Chrissy B couldn't make it this episode, but she'll be back. Thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out to our million subscribers. Thank y'all so much. We love y'all. We'll see you next week.
And to the band, thank you.
Thank you, band.
Because where the fuck did you get this music from?
It was built into the damn thing.
I swear to God,
I just play it
I thought
every
I was
week.
on the Jimmy Fallon show.